Hello and welcome back to another Reaconteur video, and in today's video we're going to be ranking the top 5 best and worst addition to DEEPWOKEN in comparison to Rogue Lineage, that is, because there's not really anything else we can compare it to. Now, before we get into this, make sure to subscribe, because only about 10% of the people watching this video actually are subscribed, and make sure to join my Discord in the description and comment section below, where we host giveaways and have a very friendly community. Anyway, let's get to the video. I hope you guys are ready for this video, and I hope you guys are ready to subscribe. Taking the top spot for the 5th worst thing in all of DEEPWOKEN has to be the guards. The guards in Etris, Vigils, and other neutral areas are easily the worst parts of these neutral areas. I especially hate the AI and how large their tracking range is. Not only will these guards chase you for half a mile and call their friends while doing so, but even when they're doing their job, it's because someone hit you first and they didn't get seen, but then you hit them one time with one move, and now the entirety of Etria is on you. These guards are honestly a bigger hindrance mid to late game when you actually want a PvP without the threat of wiping. And, you know, it's just not fun to have a 1v1 turn into a 12v1 because palace guards saw you grip someone from a mile away through 2 walls. So the 5th best thing about DEEPWOKEN is, ironically, also the guards. This may seem hypocritical, but the guards really are a good addition to the game as a whole. They keep peace in neutral areas, which allows newer players to progress more smoothly. And if you want a PvP, you'll probably be in the depths or on islands anyway, so this shouldn't be that much of an issue for you late game, because you're not going to be spending much time in the spawn areas unless you're buying things. But then again, if you're PvPing, just make sure you don't get attacked by some level 60 because he saw you hold wood for 0.5 seconds and thought it was Umbral Obsidian. The 4th worst thing in this game is the training items. They're just so tedious and slow. I bought DEEPWOKEN so I wouldn't have to play Ken Omega. Now I'm lifting dumbbells that somehow break because of how swole I am, yet still benefit my muscles in terms of strength. Make it make sense, Archmage. Archmage has clearly never lifted a weight in his life. But also, the prayer beads are just straight up painful to train willpower with. Not only that, but some of the training methods are more interactive, like the charisma book. Basically, you walk up to someone, read the book, and perfectly type the phrase shown with proper grammar and spelling, or else. Or else what? Or else no charisma progress. And apparently people are getting banned by the ROBLOX chat spam filter because they're doing charisma training. I just really hate training stats without fighting in any game, and DEEPWOKEN, despite being amazing and better than most games, is no exception to this. Please make stats easier to train outside of PvP, or just make PvP give you more rewards so I don't have to use these shitty items.
The races. DEEPWOKEN races are 95% cosmetic, and I love that. You never have to go to a specific build because of your race. Doesn't matter. Keep the race you spawn with. Or go to a race you think looks good. This is the perfect way to make DEEPWOKEN not pay to win like Rogue Lineage very clearly was. Deezin, Fisherin existed in the same realm as Scrooms and Hazelden. Thanks for making this game not $250 out of my wallet for a stupid fishman.
Number 3 worst has to be the anti-cheat. The anti-cheat is genuinely terrible. I've already seen like 5 clips of people flying around and hacking in DEEPWOKEN, and the only reason hackers aren't going wild is because the game is new and Kron hasn't found a way to make Cornage for DEEPWOKEN yet. But the anti-cheat seems even worse than Rogue so far, but Arc should be patching it soon, which I really hope it doesn't turn into Rogue Lineage 2.0 when it comes to exploiters. NPC events and dialogue. It's so small most of the time, but I love the NPC events in this game. From small conversations about food to large-scale events hinting to hidden lore, racism, and just flat-out murder. The NPCs also feel way more lifelike when they talk to you before dying or killing you, and I think that's really cool and a good addition to the game that makes the humanoid NPCs feel more like humans and makes the monster NPCs feel more like monsters. Alright, the second worst thing about this game is that NPCs spawn in groups. Normally, NPC spawning in groups is fine, but I genuinely hate having to lure away NPCs because they all spawn in groups. And I'm not about a 1v4 NPCs who are better than most players that I find around. It's fine that they spawn in groups, but not every NPC that's humanoid needs to have 2 to 4 people with them at any given time. You could make NPCs have more lifelike activity by having them walk away or search areas. Or maybe they could hear noise and go investigate it, and that way you can single them out that way. That would just make the game better, And now I wouldn't have to, like, parry 3 people at once while hitting 3 people at once while I have 3 people circling me. It's annoying. Now, the second best part of this game is how much PvE there is in comparison to Rogue. I genuinely love how I can have just as much fun in an empty server as a full server, because there's so many different types of enemies. In Rogue Lineage, you had Brain Dead Zombie, and Brain Dead Zombie that's also a mushroom. But in DEEPWOKEN, you have sharks, and angels, and bandits, and Menos Grandes, and pirates, and dragons, and this game is so cool, I love it. The worst thing about DEEPWOKEN has to be luck. I don't mean luck as a mechanic, I think it's great and rewards players, but I think the fact that there's no indicator of luck is painful. Please let dumbasses know they don't get luck for gripping people lower levels than them. I saw some dude with Enforcer's Axe farming grips on his ult because he thought he would get luck from it. I killed him and called him an idiot. Did I get any luck from it? Probably not, because he's only ever gripped freshy ults. But please just let people know how dumb they are for doing stuff like this. And let people know they don't get luck for gripping freshies. Because literally, every time I go in game, I get attacked by a random freshie, and it's literally like Rogue in its dying state. And the reason why it's like that is because freshies can't progress, so they just mess around and M1 the first person they see. It's just not fun to deal with. Now, the absolute best part of DEEPWOKEN is the new camera mode. It makes it so much easier for me to get screenshots for thumbnails like the one in this video. No, I'm just kidding. The best part about DEEPWOKEN is the combat. I love DEEPWOKEN's combat so much because of my favorite game of all time, which is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which I'm the number 68 player in the entire world of, by the way, not to flex. Now, DEEPWOKEN combat is nearly identical to Sekiro, and I love that, so thank you Archmage for changing it like I suggested you should in one of my other videos. For making a game I can literally pull a 1v8 in, because I killed Ishin hitless blindfolded. Yeah. Anyway, thanks Archmage for making a game I'm good at. I was good at Rogue Lineage for a while, but that game got boring. I hope this game doesn't get boring. I hope Archmage doesn't abandon it because he's not making enough money. And I hope DEEPWOKEN lives a long life. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to join my Discord and subscribe because I love you and I need more Discord members. So join up and have a great time and subscribe. Anyways, see ya, subscribe, see ya, subscribe, bye.